Aloha and welcome to CM400C Masterclass, Visual Design for Mobile Apps. In this class, you will participate in advanced coursework in visual design by thinking about user-centered design of existing and new mobile applications. Additionally, students will participate in the design of a new mobile application while learning programming basics as it relates to user interaction, visual design, wireframing, and prototyping. Towards the end of the course, you will create your first app prototype and bring your user-centered design and interactive designs to life. This year, I'm excited to release an updated curriculum that is current with industry standard practices that will provide you with the experience you need to jump into personal or professional project in mobile design. Wishing you the best this semester. Let's get started. Please do not hesitate to email me at any time regarding the course. My online office hours are scheduled for Tuesdays from 10 to 11 a.m. via Skype. If you cannot make the regular online office hours, please feel free to schedule an appointment with me via email and we can find another time to meet online or in person if needed. Here's a snapshot of the course lectures and assignments. Some of the course content will be delivered via lecture videos that I produce and a selection of other online videos on specific topics. I've designed the course to be content-rich in the first half of the semester and allow more time for project work in the second half. Pictured here are the 2 required textbooks for this course. These books are available for purchase at UH West Oahu Bookstore, or you can order them online as well. By now, you should have received an email from me with the table that lists required weekly readings. You will be working on 3 projects this semester. In the first project, you will work on redesigning my first app, Loko'ia, which I will present later in this presentation. Projects 2 and 3 are related to an app design that you will come up with on your own. In this class, you will have 8 assignments. These assignments are not difficult, and my hope is that it will better prepare you for the project work and provide you experience in user-centered mobile design. As part of learning the mobile design process, you will each be assigned to critique your classmates. These are intended to help you better understand your design process, as well as how to critique the design process of others. And last but not least, visual designing for mobile apps should be a fun process. So have fun and embrace your creativity. Here's a list of course supplies and equipment. You will need a notebook or sketchbook for jotting down visual design ideas as you get them during the course. You will need access to a computer, Mac or PC is fine. If you do not have one, please see E139 lab hours for this semester, which I have posted on Laulima. You will need access to design software. You can use software as advanced as the Adobe Suite or something more accessible like PowerPoint, Keynote, or some other online design resource that I will introduce to you. You will need to purchase the required 2 textbooks for this class. You will need access to a printer and scanner for completing and submitting assignments. Here's a quick glance at course topics for the first half of the semester. Here's a quick glance at course topics for the second half of the semester. Aloha everyone! So my name is Marian Ano and I'm your instructor for this course. I want to end this introductory presentation by sharing my journey of becoming a mobile app developer with you. As you may or may not know, I was a developer on the Loko'ia app and Trip in Chicago app. You can find it on the App Store and download it now if you would like. Believe it or not, my professional background for the most part has been in marine conservation. However, in early 2010, it took an interesting pivot when I became an intern on the data visualization team at NOAA, the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. During my year-and-a-half internship at NOAA, I primarily worked on an e-zine or electronic magazine featuring 14 scientists and conservation managers and unique Hawaiian flora and fauna. My project manager exposed me to computer programming, and it instantly intrigued me. At that moment, I knew that I wanted to become a computer programmer. There was also a mobile developer on the team, and he exposed me to mobile app development. By late 2011, I had decided that I wanted to pursue my dream to become a mobile app developer. After 2.5 years of hard work and great friends, I completed and submitted my first mobile app, Local IA, in October of 2013. Then I moved to Chicago for a few months and worked with a team of developers and designers, and we submitted Trippin' Chicago to the App Store in May 2014. I'm currently working on my third mobile application, which is an app for visitors to Hawaii, as well as the redevelopment and redesign of the Local IA app to be released hopefully sometime this semester. Here are the app icons for the Local IA app and the Trippin' Chicago app. In Hawaiian, Local Ia means fish pond, local means pond, and Ia means fish. The fish sketched in the Local Ia app icon is a moi, or Pacific threadfin, which is one of the fish traditionally raised in fish ponds and regarded highly by ali'i or ancient Hawaiian royalty. The Trippin' Chicago icon is a graphical representation of the Bean Chicago. The Bean Chicago is located in Chicago's Millennium Park and a tourist must-see while visiting Chicago. In the next two slides, I provided video clips of both the Local IA app and Trippin' Chicago app. Enjoy.
I want to begin this demo by telling you a little bit about our icon. The fish that appears on the app icon is a moi, which traditionally is one type of fish commonly reared in Hawaiian fish ponds. Now let's launch into the Local IA app. As you can see, when the app launches, the screen opens up with an aerial view of He'ia Fish Pond. There are 4 core areas of the Local IA app. You can access the walking tour using the left button, find out more information about the app using the About button, and learn and access more sites of interest at He'ia Fish Pond using the Virtual Tour button. If you look to the bottom of the screen, you will see the tab bar. The tab bar gives users access to My Local IA, or the launch screen, an introduction to primary productivity, all fish pond data maps, and access and further information on fish pond science. Now let's enter the walking tour. As you can see, the walking tour features 5 sites. The Start button takes users to a view that provides information on the built-in features and functionalities of this app. The Unlock Sites button allows users to unlock all the site buttons, because in the final version of this app, all the site buttons will appear disabled every time it launches. By providing the Unlock Sites button, we give users the option to access the walking tour even when they are not at the fish pond. If you are engaged in the walking tour at the fish pond, here's what you would expect. As you approach the site, a dialog box will appear that reads View Site X. Right now, this feature is not completed in this version. We are incorporating this core location service so that the app assists the users in locating the exact location of each site along the walking tour. Each site view provides users with information on the site, access to site-specific audio, as well as science information that is site-specific via the Site Science button. Now let's take a look at Site Science for Site 1. In the case of Site 1, macroalgae is the featured science topic. In this section, you can view information on macroalgae, access data maps on macroalgae, if you press coverage at Site 1, the view provides users with the same maps, but if you notice, only Site 1 is marked. Our scientists have also provided a brief discussion on what changes in macroalgal cover they observed specifically at this site. Now let's return to our launch screen using the tab bar. From here, we can access the virtual tour part of the app. As you can see, the virtual tour features 10 sites. The screen you see here gives users a bird's eye view of the site locations. The first 5 sites of the virtual tour are also featured in the walking tour. Sites 6 through 10, however, are not accessible via walking. Let's take a look at Site 7. All virtual tour site views provide a photo gallery of different images taken at each site. Additionally, in the audio view, users can pan through a captioned photo gallery that accompanies the audio recording. At this particular site, Hi'ile Kavelo shares the impacts that mangrove has had on the kuapa, or fish pond wall. Lastly, I want to briefly take you through the different science tabs featured on our app. Let's start with the primary productivity tab. In this view, users get an introduction to primary productivity. The reason for providing this information is to give users some context to place the 5 science topics covered in the data maps and fish pond science tabs. If we press the data maps tab, we see that the 5 science topics are macroalgae, microphytobenthos, phytoplankton, dissolved oxygen, and salinity. We've already looked at the macroalgae map, so let's take a look at the dissolved oxygen map. As you can see, 2 maps display changes in dissolved oxygen in the wet and dry season. Also built into this feature is the ability to zoom in and zoom out of the maps. Let's take a look at fish pond science. Let's go back to the topic of macroalgae. If we press that cell, a view appears that provides general information about macroalgae. Additionally, you can access information on the scientific methods used in the collection of the fish pond science data and learn more about overall patterns of macroalgae coverage at He'ia Fish Pond.
All right. I hope you enjoyed those 2 videos. Please feel free to contact me at any time via email should you have any questions pertaining to the course. Please visit Laulima for all course information, latest updates, assignments, and announcements. Have a great semester. Aloha.